This is the 18 WJTS News. In tonight's news, the Dubois County Health Department issues a warning about vaping. Senator Mike Braun pays a visit to Northwood Retirement Community. And a Huntingburg man is under arrest for stealing thousands of dollars from a local ATM. Zach Gruber talks with the Dubois County Humane Society. Kurt Guxell looks at sports, followed by WJTS Informed, tonight with Andrea Peters and Ashley Kirk talking about this weekend's fest in Holland. All this and more coming up on the 18 WJTS News. Good evening, I'm Bill Potter with the WJTS News. The Dubois County Health Department is urging residents to use caution and stop using e-cigarettes, vapes, and other similar products. The Indiana State Department of Health confirmed an Indiana resident died from severe lung injuries from vaping. This is the third reported vaping-related death in the country. Health officials are investigating 30 individuals with severe acute respiratory illness after recently using e-cigarettes or vaping. Officials say you should get medical attention immediately if you have coughing, shortness of breath, and or chest pain and have vaped within the last 90 days. No vaping-related deaths have been reported in Dubois County at this time. A boil advisory is in effect until further notice for some Huntingburg residents. The advisory affects those who live on Washington Street between 1st and 3rd Streets. While under this advisory, residents should boil water vigorously for 3 minutes before using or to use ice from the household ice maker. Residents can disinfect dishes and other food surfaces by immersion for at least 1 minute in clean tap water which does contain 1 teaspoon of unscented household bleach per gallon of water. Discolored water is also possible during this advisory. Customers are advised to use caution when doing laundry. It is recommended to flush cold water lines before doing laundry. Water that is used to wash hands or bathing does not usually require boiling. For more information, contact the Director of Community Development, Rachel Steckler, at 812-683-2111, 683-2111. U.S. Senator and Jasper native Mike Braun stopped by the Northwood Retirement Community Center for a visit last Friday. Here's Jenna Schaefer with that story.
Braun took a tour of the facilities at Northwood and even chatted with some residents. Braun loves the chance to visit his community when he can to find out what his constituents really need.
When I am back home on recess, I travel around the state generally on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, sometimes take out off on Mondays, and then get back here on Fridays and try to do things around here or within about an hour. So part of being a senator, and one of the fun things of being a senator, because when you get out in D.C. a lot of times it's a little more dismal, but here you get to listen to people, see what's on their minds. I visit businesses, I visit, visited some food kitchens in Indy a week ago. Just anybody that's interested in wanting to tell me what's on their mind, I'll listen.
Braun also met with Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics Finance and Audit Committee at Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics Brenda Richardson, Northwood's Administrator Diane Jones, Northwood's Office Manager and Marketing Director Jennifer Wilson, Greene County General Hospital Chief Executive Officer Brenda Reitz, and the Evangelical Lutheran Good Samaritan Society Director of Government and External Affairs Tom Syverson. Many different items were on the agenda in the group discussion. They discussed topics such as Jasper's history of 50 years of growth, local impacts on the workforce, healthcare, and funding. Braun sees a definite impact the Northwood Retirement Center has on the community alone.
We're lucky we have a facility like this, and if I remember, I think it was here even when I grew up about a half mile to the north of here, and look how it's expanded and flourished, and what a service it does for the community. So I was a state rep for 3 years and visited as they were building this place, and thank goodness we have places like this to take care of our dearly beloved elderly citizens.
Be sure to join us Thursday to hear more on this story. I'm Jenna Schaefer reporting.
Thanks, Jenna. Join us again on Thursday for more on Braun's visit to Jasper. A Huntingburg man was arrested on Saturday after allegedly stealing thousands of dollars from an ATM. The suspect, identified as 26-year-old Ernest Chasteen, stole almost $5,000 in cash from a Huck's gas station ATM in Jasper. The thefts allegedly occurred between August 1st and August 30th. Chasteen was booked into the Dubois County Security Center on 3 counts of felony theft. Firefighters responded to a small apartment fire on Jasper's north side over the weekend. The fire started around lunchtime Sunday at the Northern Hills apartment complex on Badenstrasse. The person living at the apartment was not home at the time of the fire. According to the Jasper Fire Department, food was left on the stove and it caught fire. Officials say the damage appears to be minor. The Purdue Extension Office is holding a community event to help parents identify substance abuse in kids. Protecting Our Youth, Hidden in Plain Sight, is a community program that will be held on Wednesday, September 11th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Jasper Middle School. All parents with children in elementary school up to high school, as well as community members, are encouraged to stop by. The 2-hour program will split participants up into 3 different groups to attend sessions. The Health and Human Science Extension educator at the Purdue Extension Office in Dubois County, Jan Dugan, explains what the first session will be like.
During one of the breakout sessions, they'll be exploring a mock teen room. It's a simulation where they can search the room and write down objects that they see or find that they think might be suspicious of where kids might try to hide substances from their family.
Dugan says the second session will be a little different. It will give parents a better idea about the latest trends and fads the youths see.
The second session that participants will be able to go to is about pop culture and what's popular with kids today and how that influences our kids.
The third and final session will be a discussion. Dugan says this will help participants identify what the community impacts the decisions of local youth.
We're going to be having a conversation about our communities and what factors in our community put youth at risk and what factors protect them. So there are different kinds of protective factors that we are aware of that can help protect our youth from making choices that aren't the best choices for them.
Ticket information and more details about the event can be found on the Protecting Our Youth, Hidden in Plain Sight Facebook events page. St. Meinrad Archabbey's pilgrimages to honor the Blessed Mother at the Monte Cassino Shrine have been scheduled for Sundays in October. The pilgrimages begin with an opening hymn and a short sermon, followed by a rosary procession. The service ends with the litany of the Blessed Virgin and a hymn. Speakers and topics for the pilgrimages are Sean Hope, OSB, speaking on the topic to be determined on October 6th. Brother Nathaniel Zidek, OSB, speaking on the topic of Mary living in the now on October 13th. Brother Colby Wolnikowski, OSB, speaking on the topic of Mary, our faithful mother, on October 20th, and Abbot Kirk Stasiak, OSB, speaking on the topic of Mary, one who trusted in the Lord, on October 27th. Services begin at 2 p.m. Central Time. The public is welcome. The Monte Cassino Shrine is located 1 mile east of the Archabbey on State Road 62 in St. Meinrad. For more information, contact Mary Jean Schumacher during business hours at 812-357-6501, 357-6501. For updates on the day of the event, call 812-357-6611, 357-6611. That has been a look at your local news. Stay tuned. Zach Gruber pays his weekly visit to the Dubois County Humane Society. Then it's your local outlook and weather forecast on 18 WJTS. We are local people watching local people.